Hey, I'm Fenda.
Hey, I'm Peter.
We are both at Ali's. We face prospects, customers, and Google challenges on a daily basis.
And today we are going to pull some questions from the wall about AI business and what happened behind the closed doors. Let's go.
Let's go.
So Alice has been doing unglamorous infrastructure work since 2010, long before AI became a buzzword. Did it ever feel like a disadvantage to not be riding the hype wave? And when did that flip?
I don't believe that it's a disadvantage. Contrary, it's part of our main values, if I can say it like this, that actually we've been there right before AI was a buzzword, and we will be there right before AI becomes a commodity, because I'm pretty sure that this is going to come actually. We know from AI is only the top of the iceberg, and actually what's below it, I think that's the most important part, the infrastructure, the data, and making sure that actually the context is right and that's the day. And in order to be able to do that, you cannot start with the AI. You can start with the POC, obviously, to prove the value, but at the end of the day, if you want to succeed, there is way more in that iceberg, and actually that's where we have the competitive advantage rather than a disadvantage.
I agree. So it's, I think in Dali's life, when we started the whole AI, way before we started with data, I think a lot of projects are failing because of two things, so many things, but I think two things are really relevant. One is they don't have the right data, so the data quality is totally missing, and of course the infrastructure as well, and of course they're way more behind that, change management, how you're adopting the AI change, what skill sets do you have inside the company. But yeah, I agree.
And look from Google perspective, actually when was the AI momentum is that everybody knows it was in November 2022, actually when OpenAI launched the GPT official model. Google missed the starting point, to be honest, but since then they are again the front runners, considering the fact that they had all the infrastructure and all the layers to make it like a complete story, rather than the top which actually GPT had, but not the other ones below that. Let me try to find an even longer question.
I don't think that you will find that was the longest question, I guess.
Oh.
Oh.
Every large company has done Gen AI workshops in the past 18 months. How much of what clients are looking for right now is genuinely useful versus how much of it is the fear of missing out?
So I think this trend, it's keep on going. It's a hard question, because I think most of the companies are doing the AI projects because they're curious. I don't think it's about it going to miss out something. I think they're mainly doing all of these AI related use cases because they're curious that how the AI can have impact on their business. So I think it's, yeah, they have the fear that they are going, if they're going to miss this AI buzz, they are going to have a significant disadvantage or competitive disadvantage. But I guess it's more about curiosity, because AI is bringing a lot of hype around us, and everybody is quite interested about that, how this is going to impact my business. And there are plenty of things where AI can help. There's one part, it's about how you can be more productive. This is one aspect of it. The second is how you can generate more revenue. And I think these two are hand in hand with most of the companies. Of course, for this you need to prepare, and you need to eat this elephant in pieces. And I will talk a lot about this elephant thing, because I think this is a quite good story behind it.
And do you think that there is also pressure from the shareholders to have AI, but without a clear definition about what AI
I think it is. So it's I think most of the shareholders and CEOs are taking the AI as like the internet back then. If you want to remain competitive in this area, you have to be on the internet. I think I feel the same thing with the appearance of the internet. If a company is serious, it's taking the necessary steps to be on the internet, on the web, to have a web page and so on. I think AI is as well, it's the same. I feel the same direction, that a company and every product, every company needs to have an AI related POC or project in production because like this is how they think that like whether we are talking about the backend or like we're talking about a front end part, this is the expectation. Next on me. Who on your team has surprised you most and what did they do differently? I guess regarding AI.
When it comes to about the internal adoption of different AI use cases or tools, I think we had an advantage, but also pressure on our side because we are an IT company. So we should be the front runners when it comes to using different AI tools. And obviously the most advanced use cases are and should be within engineering and especially with coding. So how you are able to use AI to create more and better actually in a shorter period. And actually that's so eating our own dog food is a top priority for us. And that's where we have obviously the most advanced use cases. Beside that, we are also adapting this with our marketing team with a little bit like increasing the content that we are having, and also in sales, by the way, at the end of the day, or how we can better penetrate our strategy accounts using our internally developed, by the way, AI tool, which is a very important one. It's about adopting it and changing a little bit how we are selling, how we are talking to our customer, and how we are leveraging this position.
Okay, cool.
If Google Cloud vanished tomorrow, what part of your business would still exist?
So I think the knowledge what we're like having in-house regarding how to build up projects, how to do technological shifts, migration, and so on. I think these are like, of course, like they're like a lot of dependencies on the Google stack, but I guess this knowledge is here. Or like how to adapt new technologies, how to implement, how to build up an infrastructure. So I think I would say that like it will be painful because like we're a Google Cloud only partner and we love to work with Google. But I think we could go further. So for sure that we could go further, but like I think we would miss the culture, the way how we are working with Google and so on. So honestly, I would say that like in percentage of 80%, we would be able to move further because like technology is really important. And like I think it's a really important element, but in the same time I think all of those methodologies, all of those knowledge what we're like having in-house, we could reuse in some way.
I think it's also good just to add on that we are having our own IP products actually, and the knowledge that we can reuse it. I know that those are also based on Google Cloud, but actually I think those tools could be easily replicated in other environments too. And to be honest, like betting on the third biggest company in the world based on capitalization, it's not a bad bet, but obviously it had its constraint being exclusive Google.
What's the most justified piece of skepticism you keep hearing, and the one you think honestly that have a point? I guess this is from the customer side.
To be honest, I'm meeting less and less constraints about AI. Everybody, all our customers are talking about. When it comes to constraints, it's usually this is coming from compliance or security, so from a different department. But when it comes to if you're looking at a company, especially with enterprise customers, from holistic perspective, there are no constraints.
Skepticism or it's fear?
It's more like, yeah, that's right. It's more like a fear, and it's a reluctancy to change, and also the risk, obviously the risk appetite from those departments. The only thing what I can agree is that AI is also like most probably as part of all the innovations, there is a bubble forming, but this doesn't mean that this is not going to remain with us on long run. Yeah, there might be a bubble that is forming, which will most probably blown, but this will still remain with us. And if anybody is on this, if all the customers' goal is at the end of the day to be on this train, the question is that you are like leading the way on the train, or you are just following the train and your competitors are actually the ones who are leading the way.
Obviously how we were like evolving with all of these announcements, and like people, they were like seeing that the products are getting better and better. They saw that like it's a huge traction on it. So it's like this is exactly what Google was like a couple of years ago, like when Gemini came out. Basically it was like one single product. Now it's part of the whole ecosystem. So basically it's embedded already in Google Chrome, which is like already is their one of the most reached product on earth. So basically it's everywhere. So this is, I think it's a really good example how they started and how they ended up, and basically it's everywhere. So
When you lose deals,
okay,
who do you lose them to and why?
usually we are like in Google Cloud ecosystem. So I think 75% of our deals we are like losing against another partner. So it's like the good news is like these deals are like mainly remaining in the ecosystem. When we are like losing against another hyperscaler, it's usually now what we lost is just today I got a feedback. Basically we lost against Claude. So basically they wanted to implement Gemini, and basically we lost them against Claude and Copilot. And like I think the main reason is like not about technology. It's like mainly it's not about that like it's good or better or they're like doing something differently. It's the culture of the company and the adaptability to that model itself. I think this is like the main part where we are losing and why we are like losing. What's the boldest move a client made because they trusted us, and how did it go?
I think from that perspective, taking consideration that you are here for 4 years already, I think that's would be bolder if you are answering this question.
Okay, I think when we started these AI projects, we had one customer who wanted really to implement an AI tool. We were like at the beginning of the journey. They wanted to buy instantly some licenses. They wanted to go directly with the licenses. On our first discovery call, I had some questions, and like my first question was like, okay guys, you want to buy, I don't know, 500 licenses, but like what is the use case? And like they were like, everybody was in silence. And like they were like asking why. It's great that like you want to buy licenses, but like I would change a bit the course of the discussion. Let's select the right use cases for what you want to use it without to have the pressure on you, and then to choose the right tool settings for them. And we did it in this way, and it was like, of course, was like for us as Alice, it was like a bit different because like we switched into a different model, not a license based model, but the outcome and the impact was much higher for them.